I don't know if you can see this dome behind me. We're in Madison, Wisconsin, which is the capital of the Badger State. This is a state that knows a little something about how to make great beer. Is Madison the capital of craft beer in the Badger State? Yeah, it totally is. Find out more on this installment of Brewed. This is Capital Brewery in the state capital of the great state of Wisconsin. Technically, we're not in Madison, we're in Middleton,
yes.
Middleton, Wisconsin, here at the Capital Brewery. Matt, you are the assistant brewmaster, vice president, Miss Congeniality, what do they call you?
Brewer.
He's
We'll just
a
go
brewer.
with brewer.
He's
That's
a brewer.
fine.
The head brewer couldn't be here today.
Yep, Ashley Kennard could not be here today. She is at a wedding.
She would rather spend time with dear family and friends than a television show she's never seen. I think Ashley, I think you made the right call. So Capital Brewing, I mean, you guys have been around for quite a while.
Yep, the brewery opened in 1984.
1984, and the space that we're at right now, this beautiful brewery, originally was not built as a brewery.
Nope, it was a government egg processing facility.
I didn't know that was a thing. But I mean, I guess that makes sense because they have to grade the eggs. Capital Brewing. 1984, they take over this place, the people who started this brewery. And then back then, there wasn't really a lot of craft beer going on. I mean, certainly Wisconsin's a state with a rich brewing history. But like 1984, people must have thought, what are you doing?
Yeah, and they had to make do. Everything that we have here is, a lot of it's repurposed. Though, like old, some of the fermentation vessels they were using were old dairy holding vessels.
These dairy tanks are really something else. That's not something we've ever seen before. And again, like you said, it was making do. You've got a beautiful place to put your beer. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about this copper beauty behind us, because this is from Germany, and this thing is worth a fortune.
Yep, they bought it in 1984 when I guess you could buy tons and tons and tons of copper, but yeah, now if you sold it, I mean, we've had people ask what the price is, and the answer is I don't know what copper is on the market right now.
It's like Kubla Khan. The price, no man can say. We don't know how much it costs. The beer that you make is distributed throughout the Midwest. I know we can get Capital Brewery stuff in the Quad Cities. You're in 4 states the last time I checked.
We're in Minnesota.
That's one.
Well, Wisconsin.
Obviously. It wouldn't make sense if you weren't, right?
Iowa and Illinois.
There you go. You got all your 4 for 4. Cheers to that. So, yeah, that's right. Matt, from now on, every time you answer a question correctly, we're going to take a drink, okay?
Oh, I like this game.
What day of the week is it?
I think it's Saturday.
Yeah, it is. Let's talk about the different beers that you make here at Capital, the different lines that you have. Right now, we're enjoying an Amber and an Oktoberfest. The Amber that I'm enjoying, you were telling me, is the second largest selling craft beer in the entire state of Wisconsin.
Yep, right after Spotted Cow.
So Spotted Cow from New Glarus is one. Number 2 is the Amber, which you can get, again, at your local grocery store or wherever quality beers are made. You make a whole lot of this. It is High V. Hey, he's right. High V. Oh, this is my favorite interview that we've ever done. 3 years of this show. You're doing great.
Were you drinking beer during all the interviews?
Usually I do, yeah, usually, but
probably
not at this clip. I mean, we're doing like an hour of power thing right here. So the Amber, talk to me about the characteristics of this.
Well, it's super malt forward. The water in Madison is really notoriously hard, but that actually lends itself to really malty beers. So this is just a really good, straightforward, copper-colored, malt-forward, really drinkable beer.
So the water table here is not ideal for beer, is what you're saying.
And
yet, so many great breweries.
Specific. I mean, if you had like really soft water, that's really good for like IPAs and stuff. So all water is good for beer.
No matter what.
Yep.
You guys will figure out a way to make it work.
We will figure out how to make it work.
So Supper Club. That's a thing in Wisconsin. Explain to viewers who've never been to Wisconsin what a Supper Club is.
Fish fries that they have.
Right.
Fish boils.
Right.
Old fashions. Like all of it. There's like a huge, weird, awesome culture around.
It's like a step back in time.
Absolutely.
And you guys have made a beer that's perfect for that.
Yep.
That complements the Supper Club
It goes
experience.
right along with the fish fry.
I want to talk.
after you're done with your old fashioned.
I'm curious about. So you start with an old fashioned.
You ramp it up with an old fashioned,
like
and then you ease it off with some beer.
Like that's a good opening act. So, the beers you make here are phenomenal, and you've got a great place to come and visit. In fact, this is a place that is not shy about having events.
No, we have events almost every single day of the week. There's something going on in the beer garden. It's just a great place to sit back at a picnic table, enjoy some beers. We have food vendors out there every day. I think they do trivia nights on Wednesdays. I mean, we can get you a list of everything that we've got coming up, but almost every single day of this. The thing about Wisconsin, just like Iowa, the winters are so long so that every single summer day you can squeeze something out of it, we do.
Right, right. How long have you been brewing?
I think I started brewing, well, I got my start at, I was waiting tables at Court Avenue Brewing Company in Des Moines.
In Des Moines, how about that?
Yeah.
You didn't start off as a brewer.
No, so I started waiting tables there and talking to the brewer and learning how to brew beer. And so I actually started making soda pop in my apartment and moved up to Wisconsin in 2001. And I was bartending for a few years at various places. And the Great Dane called me up one day, and I know a bunch of guys from there. And they said, hey, for the summer, we need somebody, and we need somebody right away. Do you want to help us out for the summer?
And you're like, I'll be happy to help. I know how to make soda pop.
Well, I started home brewing
Okay, that makes
pretty
more
quickly
sense.
after
Okay.
the soda
Yeah,
pop.
right, it
I
makes-
probably should have said that.
Makes a lot more sense.
So I started, so I've been home brewing for a while, and the Great Dane asked me if I wanted to come in and check things out, and I said, yeah, and I worked there for a summer, and I said, I love this. I could do this for the rest of my life. And they said, go get a degree at the University of Wisconsin. And so I started, we have an excellent community college here, started there, transferred over to the UW, and got involved with the fermented foods and beverage program.
So you have a degree from the University of Wisconsin.
In biology with an emphasis on micro and food science.
That sounds fantastic. Well, your resume is very impressive. The beer you guys make here is phenomenal. Just a great place. Do you guys do tours for the public?
We do tours all the time. I can get you details on it. I think it's like, I know we do them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm sure if you check our website.
The internet's on computers now, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite a time to be alive. Matt, thanks so much for having us.
No problem.
Great beer. Thanks for the all access pass back here. And yes, cheers indeed. Capital Brewery.
Coming up on Brewed, an Oktoberfest treat.
Is there any way I could get a bigger one?
A downtown brew pub that's doggone great.